All right, so the saga continues with Angel. Angel Reese set the world on fire. We got a race war on Twitter through the media. Like it's tense right now. Like you got black versus white at an all-time high, and you seeing a lot of racial biases come out. A lot of people, you getting to see who everybody is right now. I think it's a beautiful thing. I like when everybody just comes and stands on who they are, because too often we've become accustomed to people smiling and telling us what we want to hear, but you don't get to really see who they are until it's an emotional situation, and then they can really reveal. It's like you don't know your friend until your friend gets mad at you, if that's really your friend, because then they're going to say how they really feel. And that's the place that we're at right now. And unfortunately, this is what you need to blow a sport up, because we seen it with Magic and Bird in the NBA. Remember, I kept saying this. You get white versus... I kept telling y'all, whenever you have that in a pot, again, I'm deeply rooted in boxing. And when you mix black and Mexican, the race is what sells in sports. When you really want a sport to go to the next level, get your flashy black, get your flashy white, and you put them in the same arena and watch what happens. You're going to have 9.9 million record-breaking views, peaking at 12 million. So we have Jill Biden, wife of Joe, according to ESPN, wants the national champ LSU and runner-up at the White House. Now, typically, the champ goes to the White House. Only the champ. You know, the Celtics lost. They didn't get invited. You know, so, you know, last year we got South Carolina winning, UConn losing. You know, you can't get no invite. So now we got the golden child. We understand the great white hope, Caitlin Clark, America's favorite. Like we know, the script was set for her to win. Most likely she was at that game to probably see Caitlin Clark win. Because that didn't happen, we still want to give her this look. We don't just want to give, you know, this predominantly black team, we don't want to just give them this look for winning and celebrate them. Even when you lose and you have a hopeless player on your team, you still win. Like I said, they could lose. Caitlin could lose and still get the Disney movie. Remember, Rocky was losing. And he got a statue, and he's in the Boxing Hall of Fame. Understand where we at. See, for me, I'm not emotionally invested in the same way where something can trigger me or anything like that, because I understand that this is America, and I understand how people really feel regardless of what they say. So let's get into the article. First Lady Jill Biden said Monday that she wants the defeated Iowa women's basketball team to be invited to the White House in addition to a national title winner, LSU. Biden watched LSU's 102-85 victory. Now, maybe I'm tripping, but that almost looked like 20 points to me, right? You know, just a 3 away from 20, right? She said that was a close game, a good game. Come on now. Since when you could lose by almost 20, and it's like, oh, you still deserve. It ain't like you lost at a game winner. You might have a point. If it's like how Ariki won, and you know, you got a point. She hit the game winner, but y'all was fighting in it. You know, great game. She just hit the game winner. She's the better team. That day, she hit the shot. She hit a tough shot. Okay. maybe you got a point, but almost 20 points is a little bit crazy. Like, just come out and say, like, man, I was there to see Caitlin Clark. She's a great player, and I want to meet. That's all you got to say. You say that, then you put your intentions on the table. Can't nobody be mad at you for being a fan, but you just have to come out and put it on the table, because now you got a lot of your base who usually is supporting hard on the left. They kind of making comments that's not typically comments that they would make. They even scratching their head like, huh? So, speaking Monday at the Colorado State Capitol in Denver, she praised Iowa's sportsmanship and congratulated both teams on their performances. I know we'll have the champions come to the White House. We always do. So we hope LSU will come, she said. But I'm going to tell Joe, I think Iowa should come too, because they played such a good game. Now, a few remarks stand out to me. Sportsmanship tells me she didn't like what Angel was doing. And maybe this is her way of not having LSU come, because you disrespect the champs, most likely they're not going to want to come. You're disrespecting them by saying that you want the runner-up to come when that hasn't happened. We haven't seen that happen. So you want to make an exception now and somewhat diminish their feat. This is a privilege of the winners to come to the White House. But you lessen it when you let the loser come as well. You could say, hey, man, I like their style. I like what I seen. I love Caitlin. Congrats to them. But that's just that. Or you could have went down and met her that day. Or, went to the locker room and carried it like that. But this tells me that she don't really want, let me say this, she may not really want LSU to come, and this is the way out. The White House didn't immediately respond to a request for comment about whether President Joe Biden would also extend an invitation to Iowa and whether it would be a joint visit with LSU or a separate engagement following LSU's victory. Tigers coach Kim Mulkey said she would go to the White House if the team was invited. LSU star Angel Reese tweeted a link to a story of Jill Biden's remarks Monday, a joke she wrote along with 3 rolling on the floor laughing emojis. In her remarks, Biden also marveled at how far women's sports in the U.S. have come since Title IX in 1972 gave women equal rights in sports at schools that receive federal funding. It was so exciting, wasn't it? She said. It was such a great game. I'm old enough that I remember when we got Title IX. We fought so hard, right? We fought so hard. And look at where women's sports have come today. So, as soon as I go down the line, I see somebody saying Jill Biden should have just said, this is Ashley, and Ashley says Jill Biden should have just said congrats to Iowa, because she has opened a whole new book of think, and they put women's sports is through the roof now, at least on the college level. What Angel did is the best case scenario. Sometimes everything happened for a reason. South Carolina, I asked this question. I said, was South Carolina losing a good thing for women's basketball? And in a way, it has been, because you get 2 different kind of characters, 2 showmen on one stage of 2 different cultures. South Carolina is more humble. They kind of talk, and it's a little bit more on the court. But at the end of the game, they keep it, how boxers fight. And again, they shaking it. It's a bit more boxed in. LSU, I think, is given a little bit more room because they have a white head coach. I do. I think South Carolina understands that it's going to be a different expectation because it's pretty much all black with the black head coach. But when you have a flamboyant country, you know, the country kind of intermixes with the inner city at times. It's that white and black that can intersect. You know, you can understand each other to a different degree. And you have Moki's flamboyant personality with that inner city urban personality mixing. It just goes sometimes. And they can be allowed to be themselves because she's such a free spirit. So it's a bit more acceptable along with her color. So the mainstream media will accept different things if it's under a white head coach. So best case scenario, I think Jill needs to just come and apologize because I want to go. Hold on, let me see something real quick. Is this trending yet? So it's not trending yet. Let me type in Jill Biden. Let's see what happens. So Angel, you see the tweet? Angel saying, "Joke, Jamel Hill, big liberal. Somebody please advise Jill Biden. This ain't the move." Chris Hassel says, "I really thought this story would be losing steam about now. Nope. That's what I'm saying. Women's basketball through the roof. You about to see it on every channel. Like I was talking about the culture vultures, like never before. All these casual channels now, they have no clue. Never. Some of them never watch women's basketball, but they wanna. I gotta get mine off this. Jill Biden inviting Caitlin Clark in Iowa to the White House. You got guy responding right there, Matt. He's saying the referees are absolutely. Hold on. Oh, he said the referees are absolutely punching the air that Jill Biden hasn't invited. Yeah, so that's another narrative. A lot of the white people, they want to blame the refs, but they have no comment about the referees in the South Carolina game. Let's see. Cecil Williams, he said, if I'm LSU, I wouldn't even attend the White House after that decision by Jill Biden. Champions get the visits always. You don't invite the runner-up just because you feel bad for them and hate that a majority black women's team is standing on top of the mountain and displayed true ... Of course, you always got black man putting on the cape. Why is everyone mad with Angel Reese? She thinks Jill Biden is a joke, so I am standing with her. You don't have to. And that was Dom Lecrae that made that comment. Madam, who is this? I guess this is a troll page saying something. Joe Walsh says, no. LSU won. This is their honor. Can we please just once honor the winner of a basketball game and not make it about some bigger societal issue or whatever? Can we just honor the winner of the game? That's all. That's what most people just want. They want winners to be celebrated, and regardless of how good the loser may be, just keep getting better and win next year. Maybe you could be there. Let's see. Do I see anything else? Any other prominent? Now, this is going to be the big story tomorrow on all the sports networks. Stephen L. Miller says the country has been going through a 24-hour sports race war, and Jill Biden is here with a gasoline can and holding the hand of the losing white girl. Just LOL. Well, what can I say, man? Welcome to America. The home of the free. Man, I hope everybody stay blessed, stay positive, and just try to spread good vibes, spread love, and at least everybody understands in the world that we live in. If you've been asleep and you think, oh man, we're all together, kumbaya. Now everybody's getting some type of understanding. And it took Angel Reese to wake everybody up. So bravo to Angel Reese. I'm out.